an apology a century in the making, but it might not be enough for the Windsor descendants of Canada's first segregated military unit. The federal government will formally apologize for the racism faced by those members, all of whom were Black. The CBC's Mrinali Anchan has more on the reaction.
I would like to see these men celebrated as heroes that they were.
Barbara Porter's grandfather and two great-uncles served in World War I. They were members of the No. 2 Construction Battalion, one of Canada's most significant military units. It was created at the height of the war in July 1916. Many men faced racism overseas and returned home, finding little had changed. Now, the federal government is seeking to rectify the wrongs.
It's long overdue. I feel that not only should we apologize for what happened to these men and how they were treated as second-class citizens, I feel that the government should look at apologizing to all Blacks as far as slavery and that goes. Like, we need to start healing this country.
The path to healing is long, taking 105 years for this apology to come. Close to 100 Windsor men enlisted in the 600-person battalion. The unit was non-combative, with members having to carry out manual labor under dangerous conditions.
In any other culture, they would have been called engineers.
This was a war, but we weren't going to be given a gun. We were going to be given a shovel.
Historian Elise Harding Davis says unit members contributed greatly.
They were carpenters, laborers, farmers, machinists, electricians, skilled tradespeople, not just ordinary guys off the street.
The men were tasked with things like digging trenches, laying barbed wire, and burying the dead. Yet their contributions were not recognized when they returned home.
Many of the white men who came back got plum positions, became teachers, got government jobs. That didn't happen for the Black men. A few were given medals, but a medal doesn't feed your family.
When considering the government's apology, Harding Davis expresses skepticism and hope.
I hope it's not a political ploy. I hope it's really some sort of retributive justice. And I hope there's something connected to this apology. Perhaps more Blacks in leading roles in the military.
As a child, Phil Alexander remembers greeting his neighbor, James Jacobs, each morning. Jacobs served in the No. 2 Battalion. Alexander says he didn't hear much from Jacobs about facing racism during his time in the military, but that it may have been a matter of necessity to downplay.
They had to do what they could to try to fit in and not be noticed as being different, because that would lead to harsh negative treatment.
The federal government has not yet decided on a date for the apology, but say they are seeking consultation with community members and descendants. For Porter, it's an opportunity to share this story with all Canadians.
There's so much more that Black people have contributed to Canada that needs to be acknowledged and recognized. So this is my hope for the future.
Mrinali Anchan, CBC News.
You can read more on that piece by going to our website, learn about the local history. Just visit cbc.ca/Windsor.